What's up, Falcons fans? You know what? I'm about to drop some fire on you today that's going to change everything you thought you knew about this 2025 season. And I'm not talking about some generic recap. No. I'm talking about the kind of performance that makes you jump off your couch, spill your drink, and call every Falcons fan you know screaming, "Did you see that?" Last week, we were in the darkness. The haters were loud. The doubters were everywhere. Social media was a war zone. But you know what happened in week 4? We didn't just win a game, we made a statement. We silenced an entire stadium. We reminded the NFL why you don't count out the dirty birds. And here's the thing that's going to blow your mind. This wasn't just about one player. This wasn't just about the offense clicking. This was about a total transformation. We're talking about connections that were dormant suddenly catching fire. We're talking about a coordinator who had everyone calling for his job suddenly looking like an offensive genius. We're talking about career highs, season firsts, and the kind of momentum that can carry a team to January football. So buckle up, because what I'm about to break down for you is going to give you goosebumps. This is the turning point. This is where everything changes. But here's the deal, if you bleed red and black, if you've been riding with this team through the highs and the lows, then right now is your moment to show it. Smash that subscribe button like pigeon breaking through the line, hit that notification bell so you never miss when we drop these truth bombs, and throw a like on this video to let the algorithm know that Falcons Nation is alive and loud. We're building something special here, and I need you in this journey with me. Let's show the NFL that Atlanta fans don't just watch, we dominate. Now let's get into this breakdown. Let me take you back for just a second, because you can't appreciate the mountain without understanding the valley. Week 3 in Carolina. I don't even want to say the score out loud, but I have to. 30-0, 30-2-0. It was brutal. It was ugly. It was the kind of game that makes you question everything. The offense looked lost. The play calling was predictable. Our young signal caller looked like he'd never seen an NFL defense before. And the takes? Oh man, the takes were vicious. Biggest draft bust since. Fire everyone. Bring back the veteran. The pressure was mounting. Every talking head in the country was writing us off. Our coordinator was getting roasted on every platform. The fan base was divided. It felt like the sky was falling. But here's what separates championship organizations from pretenders: how you respond to adversity. And boy, did we respond. Sunday against Washington wasn't just a win, it was a masterclass in resilience. Final score, 34-27, and that doesn't even tell half the story. Let me paint you a picture. Our young QB, the one everyone wanted to bench last week, goes out and throws for a career-high 313 yards and 2 touchdowns. His passer rating? 126.0, career high. The same guy who couldn't complete a pass in Carolina suddenly looked like he was playing Madden on rookie mode. But it gets better. Our running back sensation? 181 scrimmage yards. Career high. The guy was absolutely untouchable. Every time he touched the ball, Washington's defense looked like they were trying to tackle a ghost. Jukes, spins, power runs, he had it all working. And the receiving core? Oh man, this is where it gets spicy. Our WR1, who hadn't cracked 55 receiving yards all season. 8 catches, 110 yards, and a touchdown. First 100-yard game of the season. That 43-yard connection? Pure poetry. The kind of throw that makes you rewind it 3 times just to appreciate the beauty. Our tight end? First touchdown of the season. The offense wasn't just clicking, it was humming. It was electric. It was everything we dreamed about in the offseason finally coming to life on the field. Now let me talk about something that has me more excited than anything else, the rekindling of a connection that could define our entire season. Remember Week 18 last season? Our QB and our WR1 connected for 187 yards against Carolina. It was magical. It was the kind of chemistry that makes defensive coordinators lose sleep. But then 2025 started, and that connection just disappeared. Week 1, Week 2, Week 3, nothing. Radio silence. The timing was off. The trust wasn't there. Fans were getting worried. But Sunday was the reawakening. That 43-yard bomb down the sideline? That wasn't just a completion, that was a statement. That was QB1 saying, "I trust you to go get it," and WR1 saying, "I'll be there." 8 targets, 8 catches, 110 yards. 0 drops. Perfect execution. And here's why this matters more than you think. When your QB and your number 1 receiver are on the same page, everything else opens up. The defense has to respect the deep ball. The running game gets more space. The play action becomes deadly. This connection isn't just about fantasy points, it's about unlocking the full potential of this offense. The best part? You could see the confidence building throughout the game. First quarter, they were feeling each other out. Second quarter, they were clicking. By the fourth quarter, they were unstoppable. This is the chemistry we've been waiting for, and it showed up at the perfect time. Now, I need to address the elephant in the room, our offensive coordinator. Before this game, Falcons Twitter was calling for his head. People were saying he should leave for a college job. The criticism was relentless. But here's what happened. He adjusted. He listened. He evolved. Instead of playing scared, he let his QB do what he does best, air it out. Deep balls. Downfield shots. Aggressive play calling. He played to his personnel's strengths instead of trying to fit square pegs in round holes. And you know what? It worked. Spectacularly. The run game was back to form, which opened up play action. The passing concepts were creative. The tempo was perfect. This was the offensive mind that teams were fighting to hire just a year ago. This was the coordinator we knew we were getting. Was it perfect? No, we'll get to that. But was it a massive step in the right direction? Absolutely. And more importantly, it silenced the calls for bringing back the veteran QB. Our young gun proved he's the guy when you give him the right game plan. Look, I'm going to be real with you, because that's what we do here. This was an incredible performance, but there was one red flag that we need to talk about. Third quarter. Pass intended for our star receiver. Picked off by Washington's defensive back, a guy who has history with our QB from their college days. Yeah, that guy. The same one who returned a pick six in the national championship game years ago. It was a questionable read. A moment of deja vu that nobody wanted to see. And look, it's concerning when you see the same defensive back make plays against you years apart. But, and this is important, this was one mistake in an otherwise brilliant performance. One interception against 313 yards and 2 touchdowns. One bad decision in a game full of excellent ones. Context matters. Is decision-making still something to monitor? Yes. Is it something to panic about? Absolutely not. Great quarterbacks learn from their mistakes, and our guy has shown he can bounce back from adversity. He proved that by bouncing back from the worst game of his career to potentially his best. And here's the cherry on top. We've got a week 5 by coming at the perfect time. Our speedy receiver who scared us with a hamstring injury in the third quarter, he'll have extra time to heal. According to league insiders, he should be ready to roll when we come back. That's huge, because when this offense is firing on all cylinders with everyone healthy, we're a matchup nightmare for anyone. This bye week isn't just about physical recovery, it's about mental preparation. It's about building on this momentum. It's about our coordinator refining what worked and fixing what didn't. It's about our QB studying that interception and making sure it never happens again. When we come back from this bye, we're going to be dangerous. The chemistry is there. The confidence is back. The identity is forming. This isn't just about one win, this is about the trajectory of our entire season. So here's what I need you to understand, Falcons Nation, Week 4 wasn't just a bounce-back game. It was a transformation. It was proof that the talent is there. It was proof that the coaching staff can adjust. It was proof that our young core can perform under pressure. Career highs across the board. Connections rekindled. Offensive identity established. This is what we've been waiting for. The doubters are getting quieter. The believers are getting louder. And the rest of the NFL? They better start paying attention because the dirty birds are finding their wings. Go Falcons!